You? Is anybody?
There's Molly, folks. That means your friends the Goldbergs are here. Brought to you by Does, the new kind of soap for everything in your wash. First, let's drop in on the Dozen family. Pa Dozen's out in the backyard. Uh-oh, there's that henpecked Mr. Witherspoon from down the street.
Pardon me, Mr. Dozen, but my wife, Gwendolyn...
Now, Mr. Witherspoon, I don't want to mix in any private affairs.
I know, but you see, Gwendolyn and I wash dishes together.
Yeah, so do Ma and me. We does dishes together lots of times.
Well, that's what I wanted to ask, how you do it. Because if anything goes wrong while we're washing dishes, well, bing, Gwendolyn hits me.
Say, you need Does. It's a new kind of soap, and I bet it'll keep even Gwendolyn happy doing dishes. You see, Does everything in the wash and has everything for dishes, too.
What do you mean, everything?
I mean, Does make suds that stand up till the last dish is done. Cuts grease like 60, yet it's kinder to hands.
You say does suds stand up?
Sure.
Gee, our suds always fall flat, and Gwendolyn gets so mad.
Well, Does suds stand up even through the greasy pans. Gwendolyn won't have to keep adding soap.
But that's not all. If she has to scour our frying pan, gosh.
Tell her Does cuts tough grease in less than half a minute without any hard scouring.
That almost solves everything.
What do you mean, almost?
Well, after we finish, Gwendolyn looks at her hands, sees how red and rough they look, and she looks at me and zowie.
Listen, brother, Ma says Does is kinder to hands. It leaves them soft and smooth. I know Gwendolyn will like the gentle way Does treats her hands.
How can I ever thank you?
Thank Does. It does everything.
That's right. Why, compared to other leading granulated wash day soaps, Does is the only one of them that gives you all this. Makes suds that stand up till the last dish is done, cuts grease like 60, yet it's kinder to hands. Why not change to Does? D-U-Z. It has everything for dishes. And now, the Goldbergs. Well, Molly Goldberg won a victory the other day. Yes, a victory not only against the prejudices of the good people of Lastenbury, who'd been swindled and fooled once too often, but a victory for herself, her way of life, and her faith in humanity. The townspeople have given another chance to Grace and George, the two who had wrought so much havoc and unhappiness in the town. The condition is that the two live and work in Lastenbury until the birth of their child. It's kind of a community probation, and Molly is satisfied. But whether Grace prefers this freedom to prison is another question. Listen.
Oh, morning, Rosalie.
Well, Ma?
Well, Ma. Good morning first, no?
Good morning, Ma.
Lately, the good mornings are kissless good mornings, huh?
Ma.
Well.
Just because I'm anxious to know.
Well, why don't you know? You know. You know that everybody voted and what was decided. You know. Are you without shoes, without slippers? Here, sit. Take your feet off.
Ma.
Sit 1 minute.
Well, what are you making?
I'm making pancakes.
Well, Ma.
The verdict was voided in no simple words. Now it remains to be seen.
Well, that's what I'm asking you about.
You're asking me about. Wait a minute. Let's see what I got here. Maybe George and Grace will think staying here in Lastenbury and working here like plain people to work with the sweat of their brows will be too much. Maybe Grace will think living in the country is worse than living in a prison. So...
Well, didn't she say anything?
No, she didn't say it, and I didn't say it. We walked home from Constable Newton's house, and she was like a statue, quiet like stone.
And George?
George also. And so I didn't say it, and Papa didn't say it, and nothing was said. So we all went to bed, and there was nothing further to do but to expire.
What do you think, Ma?
Rosalie, please, darling, I'm so tired of thinking my brow is exhausted. So it'll have to be the way it'll be. I can't think anymore. Period and final. Can't think. Oh, did you watch me? Did I put salt?
I didn't watch, Ma.
Why didn't you watch?
I didn't, Ma. And you don't put salt in pancakes, do
Don't
you?
put salt in pancakes. I put salt in pancakes. Don't put salt in pancakes. Who don't put salt in pancakes? I put salt in pancakes. What's anything without salt?
Ma, that'll be too much.
Wouldn't be.
Well, I'm not going to eat pancakes, and Papa wouldn't eat them.
Why wouldn't you eat pancakes?
I lost a pound, and I'm going to keep it off.
What pounds did you keep it off? Good morning, David, dear.
Good morning, Uncle David.
Sit, David, dear. Rosalie, go attire yourself,
I will in a
please.
minute, Ma.
In a minute.
Well, so what was? What was, Molly?
David, why didn't you also come to the meeting? Why?
Because I was too nervous. I should sit for Constable Newton in the house and listen to the verdict of everybody. I should see Grace arrested or something or what?
But just the
I'm
same.
too nervous, Molly. So what was? Why didn't you knock on my door when you came home?
If you were snoozing, why should I wake you?
Snoozing I was. Snoozing I was. Resting I was. I was waiting I
And
was.
if you didn't heard me come home, then you were sleeping, David.
Sleeping. And I didn't close. So what was?
It was no
What?
the votes.
What vote?
Everybody took a secret ballet and they voted.
What's the no?
It was yes or no.
No would be yes.
If the majority of the votes was yes,
So?
so that would mean arrested.
Arrested? Grace and George
Both
arrested?
arrested. But the majority was no.
So?
So it means Grace and George will live here in Lastenbury until the baby is born and on prohibition.
Probation, Ma.
I didn't say.
No, Ma, you didn't.
No,
I didn't
you
say-
didn't say, Molly.
I
You-
didn't
no,
say
you
that,
was
but
wrong.
I was wrong. Morning, Jake, dear. Good morning,
Good
dear.
morning, kid.
Good morning.
Who slept?
You didn't sleep.
No. Did you?
Slightly. Go, Rosalie, please, and attire yourself if you hear mumblings by Grace and George's door. So come and tell me quickly, and I'll fix pancakes for them.
All right,
Go
Ma,
quickly,
I will.
Mama. You go quickly, my darling. My
So what
sweetheart.
will be
We'll see.
if they are going to live in Lastenbury, Molly? So where are they going to live?
Yes, and where's the home for them?
Ma,
Yeah.
Ma,
Well?
Grace is coming down.
Grace is coming down.
Uh-huh.
Just Grace, not George.
No, just Grace.
Quiet. David, no questions.
No,
Jake,
no.
no questions.
So what?
Go up.
All
Go
right,
up.
Ma.
Go up.
Good morning,
Oh, Grace. Morning.
Good morning, Grace.
Jake.
Good morning.
George is still sleeping?
George went up to see Bruce Hanley about a job.
Oh. I'm making pancakes, Grace.
I'll just have some coffee.
Just spill me also.
Me milk, Molly. Did you slept, Grace?
David.
What did I say? I didn't sleep, so I wanted to know who...
Cold milk, David.
Cold? No, a little local warm.
Don't make me hot either.
No. It's a beautiful day.
Beautiful.
Yes, it's a beautiful day.
I'm sorry I can't tarry. I have to toddle along.
David, go toddle with Jake, yes?
Why should I go and...
Please, I wasn't to the coop yet. I mean, will you...
Come, David.
I did something. I said something.
I need eggs in the house.
So
Go
I did-
pick eggs.
All right, so why didn't you say how long will it take me to get the eggs? If you want to talk to Grace person to person, so say so.
David.
Yes, David.
I'm
yes.
going.
I'm going too. I'm a little older than you, Molly.
David.
What did I say?
Grace, did you put sugar in your coffee, Grace? Here. Take as many spoons as you like. I don't bake as much as usual now, so for coffee and tea I have a balance. Some people like very sweet, very.
Are you really so good, or are you just a phony? Do you mean all the things you do, or do you just do them because...
What?
Well, why do you? I couldn't have done what I did to you and get away with it with anyone else in the world. Why? Are you very religious? Are you afraid of God? Do you read the Bible every night? Do you think doing good to others will bring good things to you? Are you a hypocrite? What are you?
I don't know. You think I'm so different from other people? You think you're so different? You only live different. You asked me, am I religious? Yes. Yes, I'm religious. Am I afraid of God? No. No, I'm not afraid of God. With me, to believe is to believe because I love, not because I fear.
But why? Why?
Can I help it, Grace? It's what makes me happy. I mean, the things that make me happy make other people happy. It's an accident. I mean, like in the storybook, Rosalie used to bring home from school King Midas. King Midas was also, But every touch turned to gold. And with me,
Is all your wisdom just an accident, too?
wisdom? No. Wisdom, Grace, is never an accident. That's not. That we have to learn. We have to learn it with patience. Every day, in every way, we learn. And we get wise in two ways. By happiness and by suffering. And these are not two separate things. They're two sides of one thing, like your face has two sides. And from happiness we learn charity, and from suffering we learn justice. And these are also two sides of one thing.
Mama, darling,
Come in, Rosalie. Say again, Mama. Say again.
Mama, darling.
When you hear your child say, Mama, darling, Grace, you'll understand so many things you don't understand now. We live part in the present, part in the past. But all our hopes, Grace, remember that, are in the future.
So Molly has finally broken through to Grace's heart. And from now on, we can hope for a different future for the girl. Of course, there are a few things that Molly will cook up yet, and a few things that Grace and George have to do. Surprises, too, as we will find out. Say, ladies, did it ever occur to you that you might be able to do a real job, an important job to help your country in wartime, and make some extra money for yourself, too? If you're not working now, just remember this. More than 1 million women who aren't at work now must take jobs soon if America is going to avoid a serious manpower shortage. Now, there are lots of different kinds of jobs you can do, too. You can work as a clerk in a store, a taxi driver, waitress, farmer's helper, or in banks, railroads, or schools. Jobs like these are all important to the war effort. But remember, don't go to other parts of the country to look for work. You're probably needed right in your own community. So watch your local papers for notices telling you how and where you can serve. There will probably be plenty of interesting and good-paying jobs you can do. When your help is needed, get a job for your country's sake and for your own. Be sure to listen to the next episode of The Goldbergs, written for you by Gertrude Berg. The ball starts rolling with greater speed than even Molly hoped for. This is Clayton Collier speaking and reminding you to do as the Dozens do. Let Does, the new kind of soap, do everything in your wash.